The massive screen in Times Square flickered to life, catching the attention of thousands of New Yorkers. Similar scenes played out in cities across the globe. It was happening. The message humanity had been preparing for years was about to be broadcast not just to Earth, but to the entire galaxy. General Sarah Chen stepped up to the podium, her face stern and determined. As the leader of Earth's United Defense Force, she had been chosen to deliver this crucial message. The cameras focused on her, and billions of humans held their breath. To all sentient beings across the galaxy, she began, her voice steady and clear. This is humanity's final warning. In orbit high above Earth, powerful transmitters aimed at the stars came to life. They sent the message out in every known alien language, as well as in simple mathematical code. There would be no misunderstanding this time. For too long, we have been seen as easy prey, General Chen continued. We have faced invasions, abductions, and attempts to colonize our world. Each time, we have fought back and won. Each time, we have grown stronger. As she spoke, images flashed on screens worldwide. They showed the first alien ship that had tried to invade Earth 15 years ago. It had been massive, terrifying, and ultimately defeated by a hastily assembled human fleet. We are not the same species you first encountered, the general declared. We have learned. We have adapted. We have prepared. The images change, showcasing Earth's transformation. Gleaming cities protected by energy shields, orbital defense platforms bristling with weapons, fleets of sleek warships patrolling the solar system. To those who come in peace, we offer friendship and cooperation, Chen said, her tone softening slightly. But to those who harbor ill intentions, know this: we are ready, we are waiting, and we will prevail. As the broadcast continued, people around the world watched with a mix of pride and anxiety. In a small town in Kansas, farmer John Miller stood with his family in their living room, nodding in approval. About time we showed them we mean business, he muttered. Halfway across the world in a busy Tokyo cafe, college student Yuki Tanaka watched the message on her phone. She felt a shiver of excitement and fear. I wonder how the aliens will react, she whispered to her friend. In orbit, aboard the International Defense Station, Commander Luis Rodriguez floated in front of a view screen, watching Earth below. He knew that at this very moment, the station's powerful sensors were scanning for any sign of an alien response. Back in New York, General Chen was reaching the end of her speech. We do not seek conflict, she said firmly, but neither will we shy away from it. The galaxy must understand. Humanity is no longer an easy target. We are a force to be reckoned with. She paused, letting her words sink in. Then, with a hint of steel in her voice, she delivered the final line. To any who would test us, think carefully, for we are humanity, and we are ready. The broadcast ended, and for a moment, the world held its breath. In homes, offices, and public spaces across the globe, a heavy silence fell. Then, slowly, cheers began to rise. From New York to Nairobi, from Rio to Rome, humans celebrated this bold declaration. But in secret bunkers and hidden command centers, military leaders and scientists remained vigilant. They knew that this message was just the beginning. Now came the waiting game. In her private office, General Chen slumped into her chair, the weight of what she had just done settling on her shoulders. Her aide, Captain Tom Jackson, handed her a glass of water. "Do you think they'll respond, ma'am?" he asked quietly. Chen took a sip, her gaze distant. "Oh, they'll respond, Tom. The question is, how?" As night fell across Earth, its inhabitants went to sleep with a mix of pride, excitement, and trepidation. Humanity had thrown down the gauntlet to the galaxy. Now they could only wait and see who would pick it up, and what would happen when they did. In the depths of space, Earth's message raced outward at the speed of light, carrying humanity's warning to the stars. The die was cast. The next move belonged to the universe. Far across the galaxy, on worlds beyond human imagination, Earth's message arrived. It echoed through crystal cities, hummed in bioorganic hives, and flashed across networks of pure energy. The reaction was immediate and varied. On the planet Zor 7, the Council of Elders gathered in their floating citadel. These tall, blue-skinned beings had long considered humans a primitive species, barely worth notice. Now, they watched the replay of General Chen's speech with growing alarm. "Impossible," Elder Cax muttered, his antennae twitching nervously. How could they have advanced so quickly? In another arm of the galaxy, the hive mind of the Vex Collective buzzed with excitement. These insectoid creatures had always been fascinated by human potential. At last, they thought as one. A worthy challenge emerges. The message spread rapidly, reaching even the ancient Quilxian Empire. In their palace of dark matter, the shadowy rulers of 1,000 worlds pondered this new development. They had planned to harvest Earth in another century. Now, it seemed, their timetable needed adjustment. As alien civilizations debated and planned, a meeting was called. The Galactic Confederation, a loose alliance of spacefaring races, convened an emergency session. Representatives from 100 different species gathered in the Great Hall on the neutral world of Axiom Prime. Ambassador Thrix of the Silicum Consciousness spoke first, its crystalline form glittering under the hall's lights. "The humans claim to be ready for us. I say we test their resolve." Murmurs of agreement rippled through the assembly, but not all were convinced. Zara, the empath from the water world of Aquarius, raised her webbed hand. "Caution," she urged, her voice melodious. "Humans have proven resourceful in the past. We should not underestimate them." The debate raged for days. Some wanted to crush Earth immediately. Others advocated for diplomacy. A few even suggested accepting humans as equals in the galactic community. In the end, a decision was reached. The Confederation would send a delegation to Earth, ostensibly to evaluate humanity's claims and offer peaceful relations. But secretly, they would assess Earth's defenses and prepare for a potential conflict. As the Confederation made its plans, other forces were also stirring. In the dark spaces between stars, the Void Hunters, a race of nomadic predators, caught wind of the human message. Their leader, Korax the Destroyer, bared his fangs in a savage grin. Finally, he growled to his war council, prey that promises a real fight. Meanwhile, on a planet hidden from most galactic maps, the secretive Watchers observed with keen interest. These ancient beings had guided the development of many young races. They had great hopes for humanity, but had never intervened directly. Now, they wondered if that policy might need to change. Back on Earth, unaware of the galactic storm they had stirred, humans went about their lives. In research labs and military bases, preparations continued. Scientists worked tirelessly on new technologies, while soldiers trained for battles they hoped would never come. In her office at United Defense Force headquarters, General Chen reviewed the latest reports. Captain Jackson entered with a steaming cup of coffee. "Any response yet, ma'am?" he asked, setting the cup on her desk. Chen shook her head. "Nothing concrete, but our deep space sensors are picking up increased activity. Something's coming, Tom. I can feel it." As if on cue, an alarm blared. Chen's computer screen flashed red, displaying an urgent message. Her eyes widened as she read it. "What is it?" Jackson asked, tension evident in his voice. Chen looked up, her face a mix of excitement and apprehension. "We've detected a large object entering the solar system. It's on a direct course for Earth." She stood, straightening her uniform. "Looks like we're about to have our first official visitors. Alert all commands. It's time to see if we're as ready as we claim to be." As Chen and Jackson rushed to the command center, the mysterious object continued its approach. Humanity's bold declaration had been answered. Now, the real test was about to begin. As news of the approaching alien object spread, Earth kicked into high gear. Years of preparation were about to be put to the test. In the heart of the Rocky Mountains, hidden beneath tons of rock, the Global Defense Command Center buzzed with activity. Holographic displays showed the alien vessel's approach, while supercomputers ran countless simulations. General Chen stood at the center of it all, barking orders. "I want every satellite and defense platform ready. If this goes south, we need to be prepared." Around the world, humanity's newest and most advanced weapons were unveiled. In orbit, massive space stations that had been disguised as communications satellites shed their covers, revealing bristling arrays of energy weapons and missile launchers. On the moon, hidden hangars opened, releasing swarms of sleek fighter craft. These weren't the clunky rockets of old, but nimble ships powered by anti-gravity drives reverse-engineered from previous alien encounters. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, something massive stirred. A submarine the size of an aircraft carrier, armed with weapons that could reshape continents, prepared to surface. Its commander, Admiral Zhao, received his orders with a grim nod. "Let's hope we don't need to use this," he muttered to his executive officer. In laboratories around the globe, scientists worked feverishly to perfect last-minute innovations. Dr. Emma Reeves, head of the Quantum Defense Initiative, stared at her computer screen with bloodshot eyes. Come on," she muttered, running another simulation of her revolutionary shield technology. If it worked, it could protect entire cities from alien attacks. If it failed, she pushed the thought away and kept working. Meanwhile, in a secret facility in the Sahara, a team of engineers led by Dr. Kwesi Osai put the finishing touches on Project Lazarus. Row upon row of humanoid robots stood silent, waiting to be activated. Each was equipped with an AI more advanced than anything publicly known, capable of adapting to any combat situation. "They're ready," Dr. Osei announced, his voice a mix of pride and apprehension. "Let's pray we never have to use them." As the preparations continued, the world held its breath. In homes and public spaces, people gathered around screens, watching for updates. Schools were closed, but many had been converted into emergency shelters, stocked with supplies for any eventuality. In New York, Sarah, a young nurse, helped organize medical supplies in a makeshift hospital in the subway system. "We've trained for this," she reminded her nervous colleagues. "Whatever happens, we'll be ready to help." On a farm in Australia, the Cooper family loaded supplies into their reinforced storm cellar. "Just like we practiced, kids," John Cooper told his children, trying to keep his voice steady. "It's probably nothing, but better safe than sorry." High above the Earth, astronauts on the International Space Station kept a vigilant watch. They had the best view of the approaching object, now clearly visible as a massive ship unlike anything humans had ever built. "It's beautiful," whispered Commander Rodriguez, staring out the viewport. "And terrifying." Back in the command center, General Chen received a priority message. She read it quickly, her expression unreadable. "What is it, ma'am?" Captain Jackson asked. Chen looked up, her eyes hard. "The alien ship will enter Earth orbit in 6 hours. They're requesting permission to send down a delegation." A hush fell over the command center. This was it, the moment they had all been preparing for. "Your orders, General?" someone asked. Chen took a deep breath, feeling the weight of humanity on her shoulders. "Grant them permission, but keep all systems on high alert. If this is a trap, we'll be ready." As the orders went out, a mix of tension and excitement swept across the planet. After years of preparation, humanity was about to face its greatest test. In homes and bunkers, in orbit and undersea, people steeled themselves for what was to come. The alien ship loomed ever closer, a silent harbinger of an uncertain future. In just a few hours, Earth would either greet new friends or face an unprecedented threat. Either way, humanity was as ready as it could be. The stage was set. The actors were in place. Now the cosmic drama was about to unfold. The alien ship hung in Earth's orbit, a colossal structure that dwarfed even the largest human space stations. Its surface shimmered with an otherworldly iridescence, defying easy description. In New York's Central Park, now converted into a secure landing zone, Crowds gathered behind energy barriers. The air thrummed with tension and excitement. This was the moment humanity had long anticipated. General Chen stood at the forefront of the welcoming committee, flanked by world leaders and top scientists. Her uniform was crisp, her posture rigid. She had faced alien threats before, but never like this. A beam of light shot down from the ship, coalescing into a translucent tube. 5 figures descended, each distinctly alien. The crowd gasped collectively. The lead alien stepped forward. It was tall and slender, with silvery skin and 4 arms. Its large, almond-shaped eyes blinked slowly as it surveyed the scene. "Greetings, people of Earth," it spoke, its voice oddly melodious. "I am Ambassador Xylix of the Galactic Confederation. We come in peace." General Chen stepped forward, her face a mask of diplomatic calm. "Welcome to Earth, Ambassador. I am General Sarah Chen, representing the United Earth Government." The 2 leaders faced each other, the fate of 2 worlds hanging in the balance. "We receive your interesting message," Xylix said, a hint of amusement in its voice. "It seems humanity has grown since our last encounter." Chen nodded, her eyes never leaving the alien's face. "We have indeed, Ambassador. We hope this meeting marks the beginning of a new era of mutual understanding and respect." As they spoke, hidden sensors scanned the aliens, while deep space monitors kept a wary eye on the ship above. In secret bunkers around the world, military commanders watched the proceedings, fingers hovering over launch buttons. The delegation was escorted to a nearby building for negotiations. Inside, the room was a marvel of human technology, designed to impress. Holographic displays showed Earth's achievements, while subtle force fields stood ready to contain any threat. As talks began, it became clear that the aliens were here to assess humanity's claims of readiness. They asked probing questions about Earth's defenses, technology, and social structures. Dr. Emma Reeves, brought in as a scientific advisor, found herself engaged in a fascinating discussion with one of the alien scientists. They compared notes on quantum mechanics, each surprised by the other's knowledge. "Your advances are impressive," the alien scientist admitted, "but there is still much you don't know." Emma smiled politely, thinking of the hidden labs where humanity's true technological marvels were kept. "We're quick learners," she replied. Hours passed. The negotiations seemed to be going well, but there was an undercurrent of tension. General Chen couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. During a break, she pulled Captain Jackson aside. "They're too interested in our defenses," she whispered. "Keep all systems on high alert." As night fell, the aliens prepared to return to their ship. Ambassador Xylix turned to General Chen. "We have much to discuss with the Confederation. We will return in 3 of your Earth days with our decision on your status in the galactic community." Chen nodded, her face neutral. "We look forward to it, Ambassador." As the aliens ascended in their light beam, cheers erupted from the crowd. It seemed first contact had gone well. But in secure channels, a different message spread. Possible hostile intent. Prepare for all scenarios. In orbit, Commander Rodriguez watched the alien ship warily. "I don't like this," he muttered to his crew. "Stay sharp." Back in the command center, General Chen stared at the big screen, watching the alien ship. She turned to her team, her voice firm. "We have 3 days. Let's make them count." As Earth celebrated this historic moment, its defenders worked tirelessly. They analyzed every word, every gesture of the aliens, looking for hidden meanings. They fine-tuned weapons, strengthened shields, and prepared for any possibility. The clock was ticking. In 3 days, humanity would face its destiny. Peace or war, acceptance or rejection, Earth would be ready. The real test was about to begin. 3 days passed in a blur of activity. Earth's defenses were on high alert, its people a mix of hope and anxiety. As the deadline approached, General Chen paced in the command center, her eyes fixed on the giant screen showing the alien ship. "Any moment now," she muttered. Suddenly, alarms blared. The alien ship was moving, but not as expected. Instead of sending down a delegation, it was powering up weapons. "It's a trap," Chen shouted. "Initiate Defense Protocol Omega." Across the globe, hidden defenses sprang to life. In orbit, disguised satellites transformed into battle stations. On the ground, cities activated their energy shields, shimmering domes appearing over major population centers. The alien ship fired its first salvo, a barrage of energy beams aimed at Earth's major cities. But the attacks splashed harmlessly against the shields. Humanity's hidden preparations were paying off. In New York, Sarah, the nurse, watched in awe as the sky lit up with the impact. "It's actually working," she whispered, clutching her medical bag tighter. General Chen's voice boomed over global communications. "Citizens of Earth, this is not a drill. We are under attack, but we are ready. Stand firm. We will prevail." In space, Commander Rodriguez and his crew sprang into action. The International Space Station, long thought to be purely scientific, split apart to reveal a fleet of advanced fighters. "Talon Squadron, launch," Rodriguez ordered. Sleek ships poured out, engaging the alien fighters that had appeared from the mothership. Beneath the Pacific, Admiral Zhou's massive submarine surfaced. "Poseidon 1, ready to engage," he reported. The sub's main cannon charged up, aiming at the alien ship. In the Sahara, Dr. Osei activated Project Lazarus. Thousands of combat robots came to life, their AIs rapidly assessing the situation. "Deployment in progress," Osei reported. The alien ship launched landing craft, attempting to bypass the city shields. But they were met with fierce resistance. In Australia, John Cooper and his neighbors manned defense turrets hidden in the outback, shooting down alien craft. Just like the simulations, John grinned, scoring another hit. Back in the command center, General Chen coordinated the global defense. "Dr. Reeves, status on the quantum shield." Emma's voice crackled over the comm. "Ready, General. Activating now." A ripple of energy spread across Earth's atmosphere, an additional layer of defense against the aliens' most powerful weapons. The battle raged on. Alien forces managed to land in some areas, but they were met with unexpected resistance. In Central Park, the seemingly decorative statues came to life. Combat mechs piloted by elite soldiers. In orbit, the tide was turning. Earth's hidden fleet, combined with the advanced fighters, was overwhelming the alien forces. Commander Rodriguez's voice was triumphant. "Their shields are down. All units, concentrate fire on the mothership." Admiral Zhou seized the moment. "Poseidon 1, firing main cannon." A massive beam of energy shot from the ocean, striking the alien ship. Explosions blossomed across its hull. On the ground, the alien landing forces found themselves outmatched. The Lazarus robots adapted quickly to their tactics, while human soldiers used their home turf advantage effectively. In the command center, a cheer went up as the alien mothership began to break apart. General Chen allowed herself a small smile. "Send the message," she ordered. Across all frequencies, in every alien language they knew, Earth broadcasted, "Your deception has failed. Your attack is defeated. Withdraw now, or face total destruction." For a tense moment, nothing happened. Then, the remaining alien ships began to retreat. The smaller craft fled back to what was left of the mothership, which then limped away from Earth. As the alien threat receded, celebrations erupted worldwide. Humanity had faced its greatest test and emerged victorious. In the command center, Captain Jackson turned to General Chen. "We did it, ma'am. We actually did it." Chen nodded, her face serious. "We won the battle, Captain. But something tells me the war is just beginning." As Earth celebrated its victory, Chen knew that out in the galaxy, things were about to change. Humanity had proven itself, and the universe would never be the same. As the alien mothership retreated, Earth's defenders had no time to rest. General Chen's prediction proved correct. This was only the beginning. Within hours, new alien ships appeared in the solar system. The Galactic Confederation, realizing their deception had failed, launched a full-scale invasion. All units, battle stations. General Chen's voice echoed across global communications. This is what we've prepared for. Humanity stands together. The sky lit up with energy beams and explosions as Earth's orbital defenses engaged the incoming fleet. Commander Rodriguez, leading Earth's space forces, coordinated the defense. Talon Squadron, protect the lunar base. Orion Wing, flank their destroyers. His orders came rapid fire as he maneuvered through the chaotic space battle. On the ground, cities across the planet raised their shields once more. But this time, the alien weapons were stronger. In Tokyo, Yuki Tanaka watched in horror as cracks appeared in the energy dome protecting her city. "They're breaking through," she shouted, rushing to help evacuate civilians to underground shelters. In New York, the Statue of Liberty came to life, revealing itself as a massive combat mech. It strode into the harbor, wielding its torch like a laser sword against landing alien craft. Sarah, the nurse, worked tirelessly in a field hospital, treating both human and friendly alien wounded. "Hold still," she told a silicon-based life form as she applied a unique healing gel developed for just such encounters. Beneath the seas, Admiral Zhao's submarine fleet engaged alien ships attempting to attack from the oceans. "Release the Kraken," he commanded. Giant, genetically engineered squid emerged from the depths, wrapping their tentacles around enemy vessels. In orbit, Dr. Emma Reeves worked frantically aboard a space station, fine-tuning Earth's defenses. "Adjusting shield frequencies," she reported. "Their weapons won't penetrate as easily now." The Lazarus robots, led by Dr. Osi, proved invaluable. They adapted quickly to each new alien tactic, their AIs working in perfect coordination with human soldiers. "Push them back," Osei shouted as his robot army, alongside human forces, reclaimed a fallen city. In Australia, John Cooper and his neighbors had formed a militia, using their knowledge of the harsh outback to ambush alien ground forces. "Welcome to Earth," he grunted, setting off traps that incapacitated a group of invaders. The battle raged across the planet and throughout the solar system. Humanity's preparation and determination were paying off, but the aliens' numbers seemed endless. In a desperate move, the Confederation targeted Earth's moon, hoping to use it as a base, but they hadn't counted on the hidden lunar colonies. As alien ships approached, the moon's surface shifted, revealing massive cannons. "Luna base to Earth command," a voice crackled over the comm. "We've got this. Firing main guns now." Beams of energy shot from the moon, decimating a significant portion of the alien fleet. Back in the command center, General Chen watched the battle unfold on multiple screens. Earth was holding its own, but at a great cost. Cities burned, casualties mounted, and resources were stretching thin. "We need to end this," she said grimly. "Captain Jackson, is Project Endgame ready?" Jackson nodded solemnly. "Yes, Mom. But the risk." "We're out of options," Chen cut him off. "Initiate Project Endgame." Deep in the Earth's core, a device of unimaginable power activated. It had been humanity's last resort, a weapon that could alter the fabric of space-time itself. As the device powered up, a shockwave of energy pulsed outward. Across the solar system, alien ships suddenly found themselves out of phase, their weapons useless, their shields failing. "Now," Chen ordered, "all units, give it everything you've got." In a coordinated assault, Earth's forces struck. Space fighters, ground troops, sea vessels, and orbital platforms all fired at once. The alien fleet, caught off guard and defenseless, didn't stand a chance. Within minutes, it was over. The remaining alien ships, those that could still function, fled at faster than light speeds. As the dust settled, a stunned silence fell over Earth. Then, slowly, cheers began to rise. From the ruins of cities, from underground bunkers, from ships in space, humanity celebrated its victory. General Chen allowed herself a small smile. "We did it," she said softly. "We actually did it." But as reports of the devastation came in, she knew the real work was just beginning. Earth had won its freedom, but at a tremendous cost. The recovery would be long and difficult. And out in the galaxy, the news was spreading. Humanity had defeated the Confederation. The balance of power was about to shift dramatically. Earth's trial by fire was over. Its emergence as a galactic power had just begun. In the months following Earth's victory, the planet buzzed with activity. Cities were rebuilt, stronger than before. The scars of battle became monuments to human resilience. General Chen stood before the United Nations, now truly united. Leaders from every nation gathered to hear her speak. "We have proven ourselves," she declared, her voice firm. "Now we must look to the stars not with fear, but with purpose." Across the globe, humanity embraced its new role. The technology that had defended Earth was now being used to improve lives. Dr. Reeves' quantum shields provided clean energy. The Lazarus robots aided in construction and disaster relief. In New York, Sarah walked through a park that had been a battlefield. Trees grew where alien ships had fallen. "We've come so far," she mused, watching children play on equipment built with alien alloys. But Earth's attention was not solely internal. The first human embassy in space was under construction, a massive station at the edge of the solar system. It would serve as humanity's greeting point for alien visitors. Commander Rodriguez, now Admiral, oversaw the project. "We extend one hand in friendship," he told his crew, "and keep the other on our weapons, just in case." On the moon, new colonies flourished. John Cooper, the former farmer turned militia leader, now led lunar farming initiatives. From outback to outer space, he chuckled, tending to crops in pressurized domes. Earth's influence spread rapidly. The defeat of the Confederation had left a power vacuum in the galaxy, and humanity was quick to fill it. Dr. Osi's diplomatic corps, a mix of humans and advanced AI, made contact with dozens of alien races. Many, oppressed by the Confederation, welcomed Earth's offer of alliance. "We bring freedom and mutual respect," Ose told a gathering of alien delegates. The Lazarus robots, once weapons of war, now served as translators and peacekeepers. Not all aliens were friendly, though. Admiral Zhou's new fleet patrolled the borders of human space, ever vigilant. "Peace through strength," was his motto. In deep space, Earth's first faster-than-light ship prepared for its maiden voyage. Captain Yuki Tanaka, once a college student watching the invasion in fear, now stood on the bridge. "Plot a course for the galactic core," she ordered, excitement in her voice. "Let's see what's out there." Back on Earth, changes were everywhere. Alien technology, once a threat, was now part of daily life. Flying cars dipped between skyscrapers. Hospitals boasted healing techniques that seemed like magic. In schools, children learned about alien cultures alongside human history. "Remember," a teacher told her class, "we're all part of a larger galactic community now." But with great power came great responsibility. General Chen, now serving on the Earth Defense Council, faced new challenges daily. "We must be careful," she warned in a private meeting. "We fought for our freedom. We can't become the very thing we defeated." Her words were prophetic. Reports came in of human corporations exploiting resources on less developed worlds. Some military leaders pushed for preemptive strikes against potential threats. "This isn't what we fought for," Chen argued in heated debates. "We must be better than those who came before us." It was a delicate balance. Earth had to remain strong enough to defend itself, yet compassionate enough to lead justly. The choices made now would shape the galaxy for centuries to come. As Earth grappled with its new role, a message arrived from deep space. The Watchers, an ancient race that had observed humanity's rise, requested a meeting. "You have surpassed our expectations," their message read. "It is time we talked as equals." The news sent ripples of excitement and apprehension through Earth's leadership. This could be the start of a new era, a chance to learn from a truly advanced civilization. As preparations for the meeting began, General Chen stood in her office, looking out at the rebuilt skyline of New York. The Statue of Liberty, restored after its battle transformation, stood proud in the harbor. "We've come so far," she murmured, "but our journey is just beginning." Earth, once a small blue planet in an obscure galaxy arm, now stood at the center of a new galactic order. The choices humanity would make, the path it would follow, would echo across the stars for eons to come. The future, vast and unknown, beckoned, and humanity, battle-tested and united, was ready to meet it head-on.